Welcome everyone, today we're having this video for Tower Fantasy. In this video, we'll look into something that's very important and something that is not often talked about. This is when the standard banner and also limited banner kind of merge. So what I'm talking about is when the Nemesis banner, the Freak banner, goes into the standard banner. So what I have done over here is, I have prepared some notes that we want to have a look. And we can see from the Chinese banners, how long does it take for a limited banner character to go into the standard banner. And those are some of the characters that will and is already in the global server as well. So what we'll do is, we'll come over to the Chinese banner history, we'll briefly talk about those characters and also future characters moving from the standard banner, moving from the limited banner to the standard banner. So you can see over here that Nemesis from the Chinese server is moving into the standard banner on September, and for Freak, she's moving into the standard banner on November. We'll have a look at this as well. We'll be having a look at all the possible banners from the Chinese servers that is moving to the standard banner and how this happened to the global server. And of course, we'll look into how to prepare for this. How do you prepare for resources like the black gold and also the golden moculars that will turn into kind of flame gold and also red orbs in that sense, which is very important. And also about the selection SSR box and also getting different dupes and also, ways to optimize in getting as many copies as the characters you wanted. Now I'm sure most of us would have some of the golden moculars and also some of the black moculars saved up. So the idea is, when the limited banner characters goes into the standard banner, those moculars will kind of have the similar method and also ways of getting those limited characters in the future, similar to the red moculars. And this is one of the biggest highlight. I know currently we're still in the Freaks banner and this banner just came out not long ago. So this video is more of a guidance and also preparation video that will help us to plan maybe a few months ahead. I know guys, a few months is a long time, so this is why at the end of the video we talk about there's no need to always do something like this, so we need to balance enjoyment and also saving for the future, right? So the first thing I want to have a look at over here is, we're over here at Tower of Index, and the biggest highlight is we can see all the banner from the Chinese version side and we can see those characters. So they started with Claudia, and you can see that there's collaboration event, there's also Nemesis that was coming around March for the Chinese banners. Now one thing we want to notice is Claudia as the first limited banner character was moved to the standard banner about 3 months after. So this is the first highlight. And then Freak came into the play as a limited character. Now Copper B is the next character that was limited character that was then moved into the standard banner. So notice that 2 of the characters that was limited was moved into the standard banner, and this actually increased the pool of characters that you can get over here. So notice currently we have the standard banner characters and those characters are kind of like fixed. This is quite important because what you're going to see after is, you're going to see Nemesis that first appear around March of 2022, and you're going to see Freak appear around March and also April 2022. So following from that, you can see that Nemesis was set on the Chinese server to be moving onto the standard banner around September this year. And Freak is going to move into the standard banner around November this year. And this definitely highlights that, there's certain characters that you can start to see on the standard banner. And that's going to be a massive change, right? Because all of a sudden, the resource that you have on the standard banner, the black gold, the golden moculars, the purple moculars will now have a chance of getting the limited banner character like Nemesis, because this is one of the things I could try to get Nemesis to 6 stars, because when she's on the standard banner, I can start get duplicates of her much easier. So now that we had a look at how those characters were happening and transitioning on the Chinese server, let's have a look at the duration of those banner transformings. So the limited characters with Claudia and Copper B, they took about 3 months to go from the limited banner to the standard banner. As for Freak, I think she took about 7 months on the Chinese server, and also Nemesis took about 6 months. So currently on the global server, if we come over here, So currently on the global server, if we come over here for Nemesis and Freak, Nemesis could be the first character that come on the standard banner in about 6 months time by the example from the Chinese server. Now, I'm not saying that we want to wait 6 months for Nemesis and do everything, but rather this is a guidance that if you don't get Nemesis on this particular banner, because we already missed the Nemesis banner, it's now the Freaks banner, that you can expect 2 things. You can expect that there will be Nemesis reruns. So notice that in the Chinese server, there was a Nemesis on March, and then there was another Nemesis banner on June, and then September was the the standard banner transformation. So you can expect one rerun for Nemesis, and maybe 3 months later, you can expect the transformation of the Nemesis banner going onto the standard banner. So that's gonna be the highlight. Now, similar logic will work with Frigg. We can expect her rerun to be coming in about 3 months time, and then maybe 3 months time later, she might be going to standard banner. And those are just some of the characters that currently have moved on to the standard banner for the Chinese version. And as the global servers, things might change. We're not 100% sure if they will follow this pattern, because characters like Claudia, Kobo B, they might be similar to Frigg. They might become a resonance leader. So what I mean by that is, if we come over to Frigg, what did she got? So Frigg with the global server and also the Chinese server is different. Notice that there is a false resonance with Frigg that was not appearing in the Chinese versions before. So you can see the Chinese doesn't have this. Now the global server does have this resonance. So this might actually affect the reruns and also standard banner transformations for those two other characters as well. Now that we talk about the possible characters that will come onto the standard banner, the next thing is, how do we prepare for this, right? I think this is the biggest highlight. So the first thing is we want to save as many black and also gold moculars as we can after getting the 6 duplicated, the SR cores. Because by getting the 6 duplicated SR cores, you'll get more flame gold. But afterwards, you want to save as many of those as you can. So starting from now, I'll be saving my ops. So I'll be saving those, and I'll try to get as many as those in the world exploration and also from the events. Now, the second way to prepare for the limited characters coming to the standard banner is by saving the unused SSR selection box. Now, if you're like me, I've used my SSR selection box for my crow to get 1 star on the crow, which now looking back, it's quite silly, right? So what might happen is we might be getting more SSR selection box. And if that is the case, then we might want to save those selection box when one of your limited characters you really wanted come into the standard banner. And that is if you don't have that limited character. If you do have that limited character like me already for Nemesis, then we can pretty much save a black gold for the duplicates. So if you do not have a copy of those limited characters and you want to find those in the standard banner, having an SSR selection box will be the best way to go. Now, I know we might not be able to get many of those boxes, and I did come across one of those posts. So this is from Jenna Jump, and he's saying, would we get another SSR box? So looking into the comments, it seems that the Chinese version did get another SSR box at version 2.0. And this can be something we can look forward to. Because if you're trying to get a limited character that is in the standard banner, those boxes might allow you to select for that. And this can be the best way of getting one of the characters you don't already have. Now finally, if you're like me and you have someone on the Nemesis banner and maybe planning to get Nemesis into more stars, so you already have Nemesis. Now if the prediction is correct, if Nemesis do come into the standard banner, we can then buy the duplicates of Nemesis with the black gold. So we can come over to the shop over here and potentially we can buy the duplicates of Nemesis over here once she's on the standard banner, like the King and also Samaya over here, right? So this will be really good. Now, one way to think about this is, if you don't think you will get a lot of SSR selection boxes, maybe we want just 1 copy of the limited weapon. So this way, when it comes to the standard banner, you can then buy the dupes. But it is very costly to get every SSR, so you do want to be selective. So I don't think I'll be going for Frigg or the Ice team, but I might be going for the Vault team, and maybe I might go for Flame team. So those are my possibilities. I might go for Vault team, I might go for Flame team. I don't think I go for the physical team, and the Ice team I'll skip that as well. So this way it's quite situational if you do get a copy of SSR you wanted. So in the future, when they become the standard banner characters, you can then use your black gold to be purchasing those characters. So this can be a really good way. And what I do recommend is, we do want to save a lot of black gold in the case those limited characters come into the banner for the standard characters. Now finally, before we finish the video, I do want to give you guys an additional tip. I have seen some of my viewers talking about this as well. Sometimes we're too forward looking, we'll actually forego the enjoyment of playing the game now. For example, I could be quite strong. I could get 2 more duplicates of the King and all of a sudden have 5 stars on this item. Or I can go for 3 stars on the Samir. but I'm saving all my resource for the future. One downside of saving so much is that you might not enjoy the game because you're not seeing progress. You're saving all the summons, all the resource, all the crystals, you're not getting progress. So we could wait for 3 more months or 6 more months, but would we be around at that time to still play this game? So you have to be aware to balance your enjoyment now and also for the long-term savings. If you're saving everything for the long term, by the time 2.0 comes, maybe you're bored of the game. We don't want that. So make sure, guys, although I have all the videos and tips to guide you guys to save for the future and also to plan for the future, make sure you also enjoy your game at this moment. So remember to play the game for fun and not just to save all the resource, right? So this is one of the reasons previously I spent a lot of summons. I would try to get SSRs and try to get new items and just try to upgrade my gears. And although I'm saving some of those items now, I do plan to spend them by the time I can use them on, right? So I'm excited to spend them. And I don't want to always be saving. I still want to be planning for a few future banners. And I'll talk to you guys about this soon. I might go for Flame banner with Cobra B if she have the Flame Resonance. And I'll probably go for Ling after. And then maybe go for duplicates when those characters become the standard banner characters. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel and for more content related to Tower of Fantasy. I'll be looking into more free-to-play content, and I've tried to look into minimal spending or no spending method to clear the game and also achieve the highest amount of free currencies and also free-to-play, characters and also weapons in the game.